What we have witnessed in the region by India has been a clear example of state terrorism. Once such activities are being sponsored in Pakistan, there is a lot of international responsibility to not only make India questioned on these acts of terrorism, but also the fact that if states are going to sponsor terrorism at such scale and then continue to ensure that these practices remain an active policy, then where do we stop? That's number one. Number two, what's also unfortunate has been the case that they have also tried to link the entire Kashmir dispute and the Kashmiri freedom struggle, which is for the right of self-determination, to an act of terrorism. Now, it is in this context that these acts of terrorism are being conducted by India. And if we do not understand the context, we do not put the responsibility where it's due, then the mere fact that this region should be rid of terrorism is not going to happen. And what we also anticipate is that it's not just going to stop what happened in Johorabad, but we are also seeing another rise of TTP in the north from Afghanistan, which everybody in Pakistan, and at least there is strong evidence to suggest that there is lots of state-sponsored activity which has been given, and state-sponsored finances which have been given to TTP to carry out acts of terrorism in Pakistan. If this is the future of India, not only are we looking at the saffronization of India inside India, but we're also looking at this kind of policy which is going to not only restrict itself to the region, but it is going to become a global challenge. So there is a lot of focus at this moment to ask the global community to not only negotiate with India that it must stop these acts of terrorism, but also that certain actions need to be taken, because if the ballpark is not straight, if the principles are not straight, then terrorism will never stop in this region. And for now in Islamabad, our biggest concern is that we are not just facing domestic terrorism, we are also facing international terrorism sponsored by regional countries, and in this case in particular by India itself. We hope that the international community will respond seriously to this challenge and take effective steps against this, whether it is in terms of asking the UN Security Council to take the necessary steps, or whether it is with regards to the Asia Pacific group, or with regards to the FATF, that these steps need to be taken in consideration and with full responsibility.